There are a lot of sequences that I love that David came up with, but this one, there's something about it that just feels like if Hitchcock were ever to make a dinosaur movie, that would be the same.
So it's very obvious to me that the child in you wrote this script.
Yeah, it's true.
You grew up, your dad loved dinosaurs, you love dinosaurs, but it doesn't sort of follow a specific genre. Sort of what was going through your head when you made it? It's been 8 years since you've made a film so different from your other films.
Yeah. For me, anytime I'm writing any project I'm working on, I'm trying to find a way in that is interesting to me that I think other people will be engaged by. And so I don't really know how else to explain it other than in the writing process, I'm tapping into my own points of inspiration, but also I want it to be special. I want to find an angle that is somewhat unique. And so I'm always looking for that, like in the writing, in the directing, and the way that we put the movie together. So it's really no different. For this, it's the concept, it's the dinosaurs, but then it's building characters that I care about, and then finding ways for them to sort of have this adventure, these moments of danger, the joy, all of it.
It's very much felt. It's very much felt. I don't know if you're both the type of people, like I did this as a kid, but I still do this as an adult. I'll be sitting looking out a window going, what would happen if a dinosaur just walked by right now?
That was literally your inspiration.
That's totally it. Yes.
We still do that. Do you still do that?
Well, I mean,
or am I just
No.
I
think you're crazy. No. I think we all do versions of that. These sort of what ifs, and I think that we all do it, and then some of us just have that moment, and then others take it and write a script.
Yeah,
based on it.
I mean, because that's what it was. It was like me on a walk. And I was like, what if there was a dinosaur over there in that alley? And then I went, oh, I want to write that movie. But I think it's also, as you were saying, it's sort of the memory of childhood. I can remember being a kid and like sort of, being in my backyard and imagining like, sort of what's beyond the chain link fence, or thinking about the movies that I loved or the stories that I was reading, and imagining those things, kind of invading the neighborhood or being a part of my own world. And I think that as an adult, as a writer, sometimes it's about tapping into that and trying to remember what that felt like.
Yeah, you almost feel like a kid watching it. I feel like you really take your time to build the first reveal of a dinosaur in this. And you care enough about the family, like it's really built in a really perfect way. A lot hinges on when you first see that first dinosaur, do you believe it? Does it look real? I know you worked with the ILM team. Yes. Can you talk from a producerial standpoint? Yes. Getting that right.
Well, I was frankly a little bit nervous because part of the thing that you from the beginning really wanted to do was have broad daylight out in the middle of in the middle of a yard. When you go to dinosaurs or anything scary, like
it's in the shadows.
It's at night. Yeah. It's like and it's been done brilliantly that way. And it's a much harder thing to be terrified when it's like a sunny day and you have a wide shot and there's a dinosaur there. It's like, so, but I also was such a fan of David's, and I just knew that the way that he moves the camera and his sort of approach, just cinematic approach and the use of tension, and I was really excited to see how that directorial sort of cinematic approach was going to work with the subject matter, and it totally worked. I just think that like the absurdity of the premise, but like the complete commitment to it, like visually it works just as well as like talking about it and thinking about it. And it's just, that to me is like your work, ILM's work, obviously, and then like we've talked about the actors who sell those moments. So
absolutely.
I was gonna ask you this question later, but I wanna ask you now. You said in another interview that there was a scene that you felt like was among the best in terms of classic action. I don't know if you can say what scene that was without giving a spoiler, but what scene was that if you can?
Well, I can. Okay. I mean, it's just because it's the Titanoboa sequence where there's a giant snake, and I will leave it at that. But it's one of those sequences where I love it so much, and it just, for whatever reason, it's like, there are a lot of sequences that I love that David came up with, but this one, there's something about it that just feels like if Hitchcock were ever to make a dinosaur movie, that would be the same. Yeah.
But it's a testament to you as a filmmaker that I didn't know which one you meant because there were so many good ones.
That's true. I think you're right.
I was like, it's not obvious. It's not that one obvious
But you know what I mean, though?
action
That
scene.
sequence is so tasty.
Speaking of tasty, oh my gosh, this is a terrible transition. Who wears short shorts? Ewan McGregor wears short shorts in this film.
He does. Yeah.
Whose idea was that? He's been talking about it a lot in press about how he had to jump this fence. And
I will say he looks fine. Keep going. Sorry.
But
he's great.
We do need to bring it back. An upper thigh,
he looks
I'm not
good in
mad
that?
at it. He looks
Come
fantastic.
on. He pulls
great.
off anything.
It reminds me of like Burt Reynolds and like,
honestly, when we were filming, there was never a moment I didn't dawn on me it was anything unusual, but I guess it is.
In retrospect,
I understand.
You had other things on your mind.
Yeah.
But he was great. Other than that, I mean,
wonderful,
he looked great, but
wonderful.
he is a great act. Speaking of great performances.
Yeah, I loved him as the dad in this.
Great.
Like he and Anne together, just like such a wonderful couple in this, and parents, and it was wonderful.
Can we just discuss Anne?
Yeah.
She's had a great year. She's a great actress.
Yes.
It was not on my bingo card to put her in this type of a film. I know she reached out to you years ago because she loved It Follows.
Yes.
But honestly, one of her best performances, I think, because her physicality, I mean, she gives Tom Cruise a run for his money when she does a running, she fully commits.
Yes.
But just for you as a filmmaker, you met with her, you gave her the script, she agreed to it. But when you were there on the day, seeing this performance come out
it was
of
on
her,
another level. And it wasn't just me. I know that we all felt it. The crew, as we're building the movie, I don't remember the first one. It might have been something at Mrs. Huddleston's house, but there was a moment where we're like, this is special. This is like, we all know that she's an incredible actress, but it's a different kind of performance. At least that's what I felt. And so I was very excited, for people to see that. Yeah. So everything you're saying, I felt that.
she gives a great horror face. There's
absolutely.
always, which is a hard thing to, I think, for an actor, it's
Yes.
one of the hardest things to act is fear, because there's you can go over the top, but she's
unbelievably convincing.
Yep.
She really is.
She's truly amazing. I just have to ask you though. So you met with her 8 years ago, and then you made her wait 8 years. You were the only person probably to ever ghost Anne Hathaway.
Well, I didn't ghost. It was about having the right project and something that she, that she would be interested in doing. And this was the one. So yes.
I love that this is set in the 80s. There was a shot towards the beginning of the family together, and I saw Love Boat on the TV.
Yeah.
Was that specific? Did you choose that, or was that like sort of came later?
It was in post that we
Okay,
decided
okay.
exactly what was on there. And I might be wrong. I feel like it might have been one that was airing around that time. I'm forgetting, but absolutely. I mean, I love Love Boat. And just a perfect representation of that time period.
Who's the favorite character? I gotta ask you real quick.
Oh, from Love Boat?
Yeah.
Maybe the captain, I guess.
Captain Steubing?
Captain Steubing.
Yeah.
Interesting. Not Julie McCoy?
I like her too. I'm trying to.
know who your
now I'm
favorite
forgetting
is.
I'm forgetting the character
Mine
names.
might
Even
be
though
Julie McCoy.
I actually watch it a little bit more. Yeah, I've seen it not that long ago. Actually.
I'm wondering, when you were writing the script, because you do know so much about dinosaurs, you grew up loving them.
Yeah.
Did you write with specific dinosaurs and creatures in mind, or did that sort of come later as you were working with the effects team?
A lot of it was at the first, at the script stage early on, and then there were some where we were like, oh, it would be fun if we did this. So some of it happened in the development.
If you had to choose to be followed by the creature in It Follows or chased by the dinosaur, which would you rather not be chased?
I don't want either. Maybe I'd rather have a dinosaur, because it depends on what kind of dinosaur it is. So
We'd be dead either way. I think we'd be dead. I think that doesn't matter. Like, we'd be killed. It would just be terrifying no matter what. But we've talked about this. Like, what would we do if we were there? And I think that's what the movie actually does really well, which is like, that's why I think the movie works, because people are acting the way you would act in this insane situation.
that you can see yourselves in the characters and the family and your own home and imagining what that's like.
But I don't know the version where I survive. What would you do?
I mean, I'd do what Anne did. I would just go nuts. She was surviving. There was no way she wasn't surviving.
But
That
it's
is true.
also her, but it's really about her family. It's about her
like the
children.
maternal instinct.
That's it, exactly. Yep.